What's up, gang? What's up? What's up? What's going on? All right, so I was in a little brawl here in Zone 3 against 13A. We're just having a little fight at this pass right here, the pass 4. They came in through this bottom pass, and I'm not sure what their plan is, but they're pushing us here. Anyways, so we were just fighting. I'm a full marksman, man. So we were just fighting. So since this being my first real KVK and all, I was testing my limits, trying to walk up to mages, which is a bad idea, if I might add. A very bad idea, but I'm trying to walk up to mages, and because of our low infantry count, I just get targeted right away, get blown up some of the times, get some really terrible reports. But I find that when I sit back and I hit tanks, then I wait for my infantry to blink in so I can hit mages. That's just a better play. So I was thinking about the counter system, right? And what really counters what shoot type? Because if you look at the system, infantry counters calves, calves counters archers, archers counters mages, and mages counters infantry. But when you're in the field, what does it really feel like? It feels like archers counters infantry, calves counters mages, archers get countered by mages, so mages counter archers. And archer mages are good in the infantry because they have the long range and they do most of the skill damage. But their real counter is archers. And infantry for the most times counters cavalry, unless we're talking about elk riders, where elk riders counter infantry. Depends on how you build them. You can run Sand Lizard and just sustain the counter attack and then just kite infantry so well with their movement speed, just beat them. So I've thought, why not just as developers, why not just switch the counter system to a more realistic one? Like literally just move, put the arrow cross here in archers into infantry, calves into mages, mages into archers, and then you put elk riders, you get calves two other things. You give one regular calves and you give one with an archer, a bow, and you just have like the arrow going here into calves and then the bow going into infantry. Because if we really break it down, right, mages outrange archers unless it's long range warfare. Mages just shit on archers. If an archer walk up a little bit too close, they can't touch the mage march. Not even with the boost of movement speed you get on one of the recent updates. Well, not recent, but about 6 months ago, you get movement speed when targeted by mages. Let me see, where is it? When a legion takes magic damage from an enemy legion outside its range, while in the field, it takes 3.5% less magic damage for 10 seconds. Max 10 stacks, so that's what, 35%? And gains 8% march speed, max 5 stacks, 40% march speed. But even with that march speed, man, you're not touching them. And with like 30, at least 30 marching here, you don't feel this 35% less magic damage. You just get blown up instantly. So why not just have it so that it says mages counters archers and archers counter infantry? Because before these new mages, there was really no mage march that could blow up infantry as fast as archers could. Because if you look at G1 archers. Nico inflicts 15% defense break for 3 seconds. Awaken skill. When a legion launches a normal attack on a target that already has defense break, they deal 80%. They have an 80% chance to deal additional damage. Kinar. Oh shit, where did it go? Kinar, awaken skill. When Kinar's Legion launches a normal attack, they have a 20% chance to inflict defense break on Legion, reducing their defense by 20% for 3 seconds. Civil, fourth skill. On reaching 500 range, inflicts defense break upon the target for 15 seconds and gains keen. That's 3 archery heroes that does defense break. Even their artifact grants defense break. When your Legion inflicts defense break on an enemy gear, Legion gains defense penetration, ignoring 10% for enemy defense. Even the artifact does defense break. Even the pets, the archer pets, gives defense break. We look at the Barb Manticore. Deals physical damage to the target legion and inflicts defense break -5% for 3 seconds. The target legion already has defense break. Your word break gains 1 stack of Thorn Mark. Each time it deals hero innate skills, which is the 5 fixed skills that every hero starts out with. Which, I mean, Nico does it with his hero innate skill. Kinara does it. No, Kinara does it on Awaken skill. Yeah, 5, so Awaken will count. And Sybil does it on her 4th skill. Damage to the target legion. If the target legion's existing defense break effect is stronger than your own, legion gains 50 rage. Well, if these legions what I just mentioned gains more rage, that's more defense break. So after the cooldown on the defense breaker ends, you can just keep proccing it, proccing it, proccing it. And then if you go back to Snoopy Rock, it does more damage when you inflict defense break. So I mean, even the pets are given defense break. And we touch on the mages, the same troop type that's supposed to counter infantry. Only the new mages give like, well, it's not defense break when you look at mages. It's called where is it? Magic unit defense penetration. So it's kind of the same thing, but for magic units. So on Counterman here, you get 20% defense pen, just flat out. And then his 4th skill, which is huge. When inflicting a debuff via any of these skills, any of the 10 skills, which either on this one or this one, when inflicting a debuff, you ignore up to 48% of the enemy infantry defense. So this is cracked, which would be good if you wanted to run 4 archers and a mage march, since most of the time you just hit an infantry anyway. This would help you get past your tank line. So just a thought. So my point here is the developers need to think about changing the system up to more suit the actual play style. Because as a new player, you come into the game, you're like, oh, archers beat mages? I should target mages. You target a mage, you just get blown up. Or mages beat tanks? You're just there sitting on tanks, barely getting positive trades unless you're on Sand Lizards. Infantry beat cav? Yeah, until you start chasing outriders and they blow up in your face. Cavs beat archers? Yeah, a good cav ball can beat archers, but archers have such high single target DPS that they can shred through cavs like very quickly. So that's my thought process on the matter, on everything. If you like the video or learned something new, leave a like. It doesn't hurt to leave a like. Only takes a second. Less second if your APM is really high, you know what I mean? But um like the video, share it around the community, help get the algorithm up, and subscribe if you want to see more. It's your boy Simon, signing out.